A very good morning, students. Today we have another new video of our new chapter 6 Changes Around Us. So, what is the meaning of changes around us? Around us means like the environment in which we are living, the weather, the climate, and the certain things that we use day to day in our life. Okay, so there is lot of chemical reactions happens into day to day life, and changes leads to our body, leads to animals, leads to with another objects. So as you can see in the given picture, changes around us like weather changes when we used to eat something, we are thinking, we are eating, we are cooking, we are respire. So all these are changes includes around us. So on the another hand, as in the box of nature, there is a process of growth like seed germination. We will have a seed and we have to sow that seed under the ground, and after giving them a complete nurture of all the nutrient, water, energy, air, they will grow and form a complete plant. So that is an another change. And we used to perform different or various activity like making tea, walking from one place to the another place, trying clothes, bathing, washing clothes, making food, etc. So students, in this chapter we are going to discuss about a various type of changes that occurs in our life, whether it leads to the chemical or physical changes. So before start the chapter, here are some key points that we should know about. First, dissolution. What is this? Mixing a solid substance in a liquid to get solution. As you can see, salt dissolve in a water and it will make salty solution, and that process is known as dissolution. On the other hand, you can take the example of sugar. When we mix the sugar into the water, sugar will disappear and we get a sugar or sweet solution. Next is reversible. Reversible is a change that can be reversed by changing the condition. Means if we change the condition, environment or the situation, the object will change according to that situation. As you can see in the given picture, that if we melt the ice cream or if we heat the ice cream, it will turn into the juice, and if we freeze that ice cream, it will change into the ice cream as well. Next is irreversible change. A reversible change is another change that cannot be reversed, like rusting in iron. Next is physical change. Physical leads to the outer look of an object. A change in which only physical or appearance or the outer look of an object will change. So as you can see that we can cut a wood, so the appearance or the length of the wood will be reduced. That is the physical change. But wood will not convert into the another one. So it will not change into the another form. Next is chemical change. Chemical change means a change when a substance will react and form a new substance. Means when one substance convert into the another one, that is known as chemical change. Like cooking eggs, or you can say the cooking food, Okay, so in our day to day life, there are a lot of changes that we generally used to see, like ripening of fruit, seed germination, making dough for making chapati, squeezing of toothpaste, burning of wood, burning of matchsticks, okay, washing of clothes, and converting of the compost. So many things. So, students, regarding the changes, we have certain points that we can notice the change into the object. Like, if change will occur into the object, it will affect on their size, shape, color, taste, positions, etc. Okay. So here we have some methods to know that how many changes and how can change will happen. So here are four methods to bring a change into our objects or substances. First, by mixing, we can cause a change by mixing of two or more than two substances together. Second, by applying force or pressure like push or pull, or by stretching or by compressing. Next is by heating, whether it is boiling or whether it is simply heat. And the fourth one is by mixing and heating, both. So first we will take by mixing. When a sugar or salt mixed with water, they dissolve completely and form solution. So the tasteless water will turn into the salty water. So the taste will change by mixing the salt into the water. So this is the example of the by mixing. As you can see in the lower below, there are a different types of examples of mixing, like mixing of color. When you mix two or more colors, they will turn into the different color. Okay, like when you mix the red and yellow color, it will change into the green one. Okay, when you mix the green and the your red color, it will change into the black color. When you mix a red and the white color together, they will turn into the pink. So this is how mixing can affect on the changing. Next is that is mix the sugar with water, mix the sugar with salt, mix the salt with your soft drinks, etc. So they will affect somewhere, whether it is their taste, whether it is their appearance, whether it is affect on their structure as well. Next is by force and pressure. Energy such as push or pull that changes the motion, shape and size of an object. Motion means movement. A force can change the shape of an object. So, here are a lot of pictures. You can easily identify the example, or you can easily identify the changes by the force. When we cut a lemon and we will squeeze it, so the shape of the lemon will change by the applying pressure on it. Next, we have a inflated balloon, and when we press that balloon by using our two hands, it will be compressed and the shape of the balloon will changed or variated. But when we release that shape of the balloon, it will bring back to its original form. So this is how pressure can affect on the size or shape of an object. On the another one that is very common example and we generally use to see in our day-to-day life when our mother used to cooking lunch or dinner for us. Rolled dough. Dough means atta. Gudha hua atta, kneaded flour. Okay. So when we place that rolled dough on the rolling pan and by using the rolling pin, we will press that rolling pin on that dough and press to make chapati. So that force enhance the shape of the chapati into the round one. So this is how force and pressure affect on the shape or size of an object. Next is by heating. Heat is a form of energy, means heat will give energy to an object by which it will turn into the another form. Next is certain things get simply hot on heating like cooking utensils and certain things start burning on continued heating. Means कि अगर हम किसी चीज़ को गर्म करते हैं तो वो सिर्फ गर्म हो जाती है, लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं कि अगर हम उनको कंटिन्यू हीट करते हैं तो वो एक फॉर्म से किसी दूसरी फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. सो लेट्स टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द सिंपल हीट. The best example is cooking utensils. When we put cooking utensils with the food or the vegetable for cooking on the gas, the cooking utensils only get hot, but it will not change their shape into the another one. But that food which supposed to be cooked will turn from the raw material into the cooked one. So another one is the examples of continued heating. What if we will give a continuous heat to an object? So let's suppose we have a dry grass and we will put the matchstick near about that grass so it will catch the fire and start burning. So burning of grass is an continued heating. Next is boiling of milk. That is very simple and common example of our day-to-day life. Boiling of milk. When we provide the continuous heat to the milk, it will boil. Next is burning of paper. So burning of paper is the another example of by heating, like changes affect by heating. Next is things expand on heating, means things will occupy more space by heating. All substances like solid, liquid or gas change will expand on heating. So as you can see, let's suppose we have two types of molecules. We have a cold molecules and the hot molecules. A cold molecules, as you can see, are complexed or congested attached to each other. But when we get them heat, they will scattered away from each other because they will expand. Here are some another example of the heating, that in the case of air, as you can see that we have a bottle and that bottle lid covered by a balloon. Okay, on the another side you can see that we have put the heat under the bottle, and as the heat conducted by the bottle, water will expand and water will release the heat towards the bottle. So the air molecules will expand and it will fill into the balloon. So the balloon size will be expand because balloon is getting air, more air into it. So this is how heat will play a role for the expanding of the heat. On the other hand, you can see that iron expand on the heating. In your book, there is an example of a iron rim or a tire rim that fitted onto the wooden wheel. So these are the example of changed by heating, or you can say on heating things can be expanded. So students, that's all for today, and if you will find any query then contact me directly. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.